All right. Okay, well, we're here a little bit early. Good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. Hope everybody's having a great night. I'm going to give it a minute, let some notifications click in. I know the live is scheduled for 9. We're a little bit early. It's fine. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to get to earlier today that we didn't get to, so I would like to get to it tonight. Let's see. Give it a few minutes, let some notifications click in. If you happen to pop in chat, at least throw me a thumbs up so I know my audio's good. I'd appreciate it. As long as everybody can hear me. We have a lot to get into, so we're going to keep the pleasantries short and sweet tonight, friends. I just want to get into some of the things I wanted to cover earlier today, and I was having some problems, so it's all right. Hopefully this is going to work for us tonight. Let's see. Share screen. Take a look at this video here. Okay. All right. Hopefully this is working. And everybody will be able to hear it okay. Take myself out of the way, make this full screen. Okay. All right. Let's get it cracking. Hopefully everybody can hear this. If you're just joining chat or you pop in, say hello. Hopefully you can hear this.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on? Anyone? Because you gotta see it from my perspective. What the f did I just walk into?
Big shout out to Crime Piece, by the way, for getting this body cam. Thank you so much, Crime Piece. I did link the video in the description of the live. Hopefully everybody can hear that. I don't see anybody in the comments, so, I mean, if you're here, I can't see you. Hopefully you can hear this. But yeah, let's get into this. We're going to watch this video first, and then, we'll have some things to say about it, for sure.
Police and firefighters responded to the Alpha Delta Phi fraternity house after a fire alarm went off.
Yeah.
Pretty good, how are you? Good. Hey, guys.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hey, Willie, what up? Welcome on in. The video is glitchy, huh? Video's glitchy. How's everybody doing? Welcome on in, friends. Can you hear me? Is my audio glitchy too? Like, what the fuck? Glitchy. You can hear me. You can hear me, yes? Hopefully you can hear me all right. You can hear me perfectly. Nothing half-assed says can hear perfectly. Everybody can hear me. Is it the video that's being glitchy? My audio's fine, but the video's being glitchy? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. Sound is good? Sound is good? Okay, cool. I don't know, friends. I don't know why it's glitchy. It shouldn't be. Ah, fuck my life. Hang on.
What's going on?
While downstairs checking the fire alarm, officers stumble upon a fraternity hazing situation.
Same house. Yeah, I'll definitely need 133 here. This is the alarm here. Alright, who's in charge? Looks like we have quite a bit of hazing. So I'm gonna ask again, who's in charge? A couple of us are.
Okay. Listen, I was trying to talk about this earlier. Welcome on in, friends. Welcome on in. I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm hoping my audio is much better now. Sorry about earlier. Thank you, everybody who tried hanging out earlier to watch this with me. This video is absolutely fucking insane. And, I just want everybody to keep in mind, obviously, I understand this is not Idaho. This is University of Iowa, for anybody who's confused. The point still remains that after you watch this video, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at a few other things that I have found when it comes to hazing, ritual abuse of college-age kids in these frats and these sororities. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And then you think back to Idaho and the way that all of these kids acted, and their little code of silence that they all have and whatever. It's just wild. I'm telling you, you guys, this is absolutely insane. This video is insane. And for me, it just solidifies many things. Now, am I saying that, oh, frats must be involved or blah, blah, blah? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that these frats and these sororities will turn your kids into mindless little fucking NPCs who won't speak up for themselves, who won't defend themselves, who won't defend their friends. And that's a problem considering how much money you're paying per semester for your kid to attend this university. Never mind all the dues and everything you have to pay to the frats and the sororities. So parents, keep this shit in mind if you're sending your kids off to school. Keep all of this in mind. Watch this. Listen. Keep it all in mind when you want to write that check. When you're thinking about signing that check. Maybe think twice.
I'll tell you. Okay, well, we need to find someone who's in charge, because this is ridiculous. Hey, this stops here, guys. This is a police department. This stops here. Who's in...
Now, I'm going to pause here for a minute, because I just want to give my 2 cents here. These kids are covered in, ketchup, mustard, whatever. You can see there's a mustard bottle or something on the floor. I don't care what it is. To me, it could be shit, it could be vomit, it could be piss, it could be beer. I have no idea what it is, right? But what I do know is that if this is one of your sons, okay, parents, if this is one of your sons who stood in this room with a blindfold over their face, allowing themselves to be absolutely just participate in a humiliation ritual, because that's all that this is. It's a humiliation ritual, and it's part of the initiation. And I'm not making this up. The frat president admits this all on Bodycam towards the end of this video. So, if this is, any of these people are your sons, okay, cancel the check. Cancel the check and pull them out, and maybe give your kids a good talking to about why this is absolutely unacceptable, and why this is not what makes you a man, and why this right here is what makes you a mindless little robot, a little NPC, right? So very sorry. So very sorry. This is just a harsh truth coming from a mama. I could tell you right now, if I was a cop and I popped open this door and saw all this shit going down, and then the little problem child who pops in here in a minute, his name is Joseph. Joseph's a fucking problem. If I was a cop on scene, Joseph's going in cuffs, And it is what it is. I'm separating everybody. I don't care. If somebody's talking to me one way or another about what the fuck is going on in this room, I'm just saying.
In charge.
They're upstairs.
How about we start cleaning this up? Everyone take their blindfolds off.
They just say nothing. They literally just stand there and say nothing. Even as the police are there with flashlights in their face, firemen are coming through, trying to clear the building because the fire alarm has gone off. And they're all standing there in God only knows what, with blindfolds on. Some are naked in boxers, nothing but boxers. Some have on their t-shirts. But they are forced to be blindfolded in a pitch black room, having only God knows what done to them by their other fucking alleged friends, air quote friends. Their brothers, right? These are their brothers. If you have brothers who treat you like this, maybe you should get new brothers. Just saying.
I've already given multiple
There he is.
commands to clear the room.
So as we can see here on the left-hand side, Joseph here. This is Joseph. Joseph becomes a fucking problem real soon.
Get out of here, but no one's moving. Apparently they're taking this pretty serious.
Yes.
You in charge?
You said
Still haven't found out who's in charge?
no one asked for house, Dad.
Where's he at?
Somebody working on something.
Yeah, lieutenant's coming in.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Definitely figure out why you wouldn't let me pass you initially.
Questionable.
Yeah.
I get it.
I would probably be calling your house dad or to get him here, since ultimately
Wish I could.
he's probably in charge, right? Unless someone else is in charge.
I don't have his numbers.
Yeah.
Which Russia is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys know how the fire alarm got set off? Or is it just from? It's manual. Goes off.
So it's this one the hallway here. How it got set off, I'm not sure.
I don't think it was down here. It's upstairs.
I can tell you it was this one.
It was really?
Yeah.
How long are we supposed to stay? Hey. You guys had to do this too, huh? No.
You hear that? So this cop says to him, you guys had to do this too, huh? And they're both like, nope. Interesting. You didn't have to do this, huh? So you're just doing it to them? Like parents, I'm telling you, please, for the love of God, get your kids out of these schools. Get your kids out of these frats. Cancel the checks. Start suing their asses off. Wait until you see some of the other stuff I found too. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Thursday night. Hope everybody's having a great night. I'm checking chat. Hello, everyone. Short Bus, hello. Michelle F., good to see you. Jessie Lynn, hello. Leslie and Billy, Nani, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, this is absolutely insane, okay? I gotta say, I don't know, holy shit. It just makes me think back to, like, it's just wild. It's just wild. I gotta tell you, man. I don't know. If I'm a parent, I'm telling you, like, I'm suing everybody. I'm pulling my kid out of this school. I'm canceling the check. I'm filing a lawsuit. Like, I don't even give a fuck, right? These are not your friends. People who would do this to you are not your friends. I don't give a shit, okay? You want to be part of some secret society, ritualistic bullshit? Okay, that's on you. Know what I mean? But parents, if you're out there, don't be paying for this. Don't pay for this. Don't write the checks for this. You think you're sending your kid to school to get an education, and guess what? They're not getting an education. They're being pimped out by their sorority president or their frat president or whatever. Okay? They're being used as drug mules. They're being used as fucking little sex slaves and sugar babies and you name it. That's what you're paying for them to do to your kids.
I don't know what this is. I mean, it's not like you guys didn't know there was 15, 20 people down in your basement. Come on. It's not that dumb. It's fine.
And I'm getting a little frustrated that no one's telling me who's in charge of what's going on right
I can help
here.
you out, but I'm not in charge. I'd like to help you, but I'm not in charge. Yeah, I mean, we asked you to call your house dad, and you said, I don't have his order.
He's your house dad. How do you not have his number?
So you have a house dad at this fraternity here, right? But nobody has the house dad's number. Really? Really? Pretty sure it's part of your bylaws and part of when you go in as a pledge and everything and you get accepted. It's part of their constitution and their bylaws for each of these fraternities and sororities. You have to be in immediate contact with the frat president, house father, house mother, whatever the case may be, especially when the fucking cops are showing up.
Okay, and what are you doing here?
He's a live-in. He lives upstairs.
Oh, so you do live here.
He lives here.
Well, your buddy here is saying different.
So my name's Lieutenant Carlson, University.
Well, thrive off grid. It's not about whether or not it's anything new. It's not, yeah, this is nothing new. Okay, well, it might be not anything new to you, but there's a lot of parents out here that have no idea that this is what's happening to their kids. There's a lot of parents out here that have no idea that this is what's going on with their children when their children join a frat or a sorority. They assume, oh, yay, my kid's going to go make some friends. Yay, my kid is going to finally go have a great college experience and be able to, no. This is not, I'm sorry, this is a cult. These are cults. I see no difference between Greek life and cults. So as far as I'm concerned, it may not be anything new to some of us, but there's a lot of people who don't know anything about it. And, it's our job to shed some light on it, in my opinion.
Who's in charge of the house?
Our house dad's at Summit.
Okay, we need him now.
He's at Summit.
Okay, can we get in contact with him? Here's the deal. From what I'm being told, this is like shutting down chapter type stuff. I need to start talking now.
It's 1 o'clock.
So Joseph here, this problem child, right? Joseph. Oh, well, sorry, house dad's at Summit. Oh, well, don't know what to tell you. House dad's at Summit. You can call him. And the lieutenant's like, this is the kind of shit that'll get your entire chapter shut down. And Joseph's like, yeah, well, he's at Summit, buddy. Sorry. This is how these kids think they get to talk to cops. When the police, the lieutenant knows none of these kids are going to fucking cooperate. He already knows this.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to talk to people.
Call Summit.
Can I call Summit?
Yep.
I'm not calling Summit.
I have no contact with Summit.
You're
not being very helpful.
No, nobody in here has any way to contact the guy that's in charge of this house.
I have no contact.
Okay, we need to find somebody that does.
No one does. He's a house dad.
Even if my friend didn't, that's right, by his frat brothers. His mistake was he didn't stay silent. What do you mean by that? Voluntary. Yeah. It does sound so weird. What do you mean by that? Maybe I'm just reading your comment wrong. What exactly do you mean by that? What is the gayest shit you ever saw here? Which part of it is the gayest shit you ever saw? Yeah, I know, right, Jesse Lynn? Oh, you just wait. Wait until you get further into the video here. Joseph, this dumbass, does end up getting himself arrested. I won't spoil it, but this little shit right here, okay, he's the one that if I was the University of Iowa, campus police, after seeing this and walking in on this little son of a bitch right here is who I'd have eyes on him all day, every day. I'd make it my job to be up Joseph's ass as often as possible, monitoring his behavior and activities. Oh, he's responding to you, Willie. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, sorry. I was just a little confused about some. I'm like, okay, they talking to me or talking to someone in the chat? I wasn't sure. Okay, cool. Let's get back into Joseph being a punk ass little bitch here.
Weren't you all supposed to have contact with him?
I never see him.
What's his name?
Eric. Eric, you don't know his last name?
Do you need $300?
Did you see that room too? They talk about the code violations in that room for all the pillows and everything. That's where they make them sleep, by the way. All in the same room with a bunch of pillows on the floor.
A couple different code violations.
So all that money that you're paying for your kid to be in this fraternity at this campus, and all the money that you're paying for them to be in this fraternity house, and what do they got your kid doing? Oh, well, they got your kid sleeping with a tiny little pillow and a blanket on a hard cement floor in the basement. Aren't you so glad you gave them $7,000 for dues?
So what's going on in here? Oh no, you're just blocking the door so we can't see you live here. How does nobody live here? Just hanging out?
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
I don't know. You go to University of Iowa?
Yeah.
You do? What's your major?
Business.
Business? What's your name?
Why?
Sure, what's your name is?
Jose.
Jose? Jose, what's your last name?
Why?
Phone it. Who I'm talking to?
Why did I do that?
So Joseph here, right, says he's not in charge of the house, right? Says he's not in charge of the house. He is a student, does go there. He says he's not in charge, yet he's blocking the door. Also doesn't think he should have to talk to the cops. But he also wants to block the door to make sure the cops can't talk to anybody inside that room. Right? Now you see why Joseph is a problem. Little punk ass.
I don't want to tell you that.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
All right.
What is my ID?
Yeah, you got an ID or anything to prove?
I think it's...
You think it's fake or you know it's fake? There's two different things there. Campus 142, one.
What the fuck is going on? I don't know why the video keeps cutting out, guys. I'm sorry. I don't think it's me, but it could be. So sorry about that.
Ideal number at Iowa when you're ready.
It's definitely not Jose.
I go by Jose.
I need to talk to these people over here. I need to step over here. I'll step inside.
Okay.
So see, the cop just says to him, I'm going to need to talk to these people in here. I'm going to need you to step aside. He says, no, actually, I'll step inside. So you can tell that what Joseph is doing here, right? He's just trying to make sure that none of these kids that are being hazed in this room come out and say shit to these cops. And if they do, he wants to have eyes on who's ratting and who's snitching so he can go back and tell, right? Joseph here is the kind of kid that, like, I hate to say it, but, like, this kid here is the kind of kid that would do some really dirty, dirty, dirty shit and get away with it just because he thinks he can, because, you know, frat bros, because secret societies, because we take an oath and a code of silence. That I wouldn't trust this kid as far as I could throw him.
Is anyone in here that needs medical attention? Is anyone here that is against their will? Is there anyone here who is not participating in this? I.e. a leader?
Is there anyone with any sort of physical injury?
No. Huh?
It's almost like listen to what the guy said here.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. They just got a bunch of these kids. Look at this. They're in here. Some are in their boxers. Some are just in their pants. Some have ties on. Some are bleeding. Some are covered in ketchup, mustard, beer, vomit, puke, piss. God only knows. One point, one of them comes out. He does look like he has blood. He's been injured in some way. Yeah, just take a look. Take a look, parents. This is what you're paying these colleges all of your life savings for. This is what you saved all of your life for your kids' college fund. So that they could go to school and have this done to them by these pieces of shit in these fraternities and sororities. And you just wait. We haven't gotten to the sororities yet. I promise you the fucking girls are worse than the boys.
What's all over you guys?
It's just water.
Just water? What's on that dude's tie?
I'm not sure if some are.
You? Come here.
Serena. Those old buttons.
Nope, you're gonna stand right over there.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to.
Like, literally, Joseph here thinks that he's going to actually, like, interfere with this officer's investigation right now, talking to this kid about what's on his tie. It's not just water. Joseph's chiming right in. It's just water. It's just water. Thinking he's literally going to pull his phone out and start recording and interfering with the fucking legal investigation. Joseph here is probably like one of those ICE protesters on the side of the road.
My house.
It's your house. You're responsible for everything that happened today. So, okay. Check in right there. Get up against the wall. Come over here. You're gonna stand in. You're gonna stand with your buddy over here.
Look, see his chest? Watch.
Get up against the wall. Come over here. You're gonna stand in. You're gonna stand with your buddy over here.
You see right here on his chest? How he's got this, like, red mark going across his chest here? This is part of their humiliation ritual, where they hit you while you're blindfolded. They slap you, they paddle you, they whip you, all of that stuff. So I don't know if you can see the red marks that he's got on his chest here.
Milliken. Take these two, ask some questions about what's going on their arms. Okay, who's the house dad?
I just told you he works at in Summit.
See, right there. Right there. That would have been the moment. That would have been the moment Joseph got cuffed. Just saying. That would have been the moment. The moment that he pointed his finger at me and swore at me. Right? I just fucking told you where he was. He's at fucking Summit. Okay. Okay, you little punk ass. That's it. Up against the wall. Know what I mean? Now you're getting arrested. Now you're interfering. Now you're obstructing. You know? Find something to make it stick on this little bastard. Can you imagine? Ugh. What a little prick.
Call him. Go there.
What's his name?
Eric, I told you. Why are you asking me?
Look at him, like, bucking up his shoulders and everything on this cop. Could you even imagine getting all bucked up and, what? Oh, hell no. I'm telling you, these punk-ass kids these days, man, you know, I gotta say, I'm glad I grew up in the days of getting your ass whooped, okay? You get your ass whooped bucking up to an adult like this kid right here.
It sounds like you're responsible for the house.
No.
Sounds like you have some idea of what's going on. You're not very forthcoming with everything.
How about you ask the house then?
There's two we're trying to get hold of.
Okay, who called?
You hear him? Who called? Who called? No one called, dipshit. Your fire alarm went off. No one called. You imagine? Think about what they've done to these kids when the police aren't there. When no one's around. When no one's looking. When they know no one's watching. Imagine how atrocious this Joseph character is towards some of these younger pledges and the freshmen. Imagine the diabolical shit he does. Because he thinks he can act like this in front of a cop on Bodycam. So imagine what he does when police aren't around.
You guys got IDs on you?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at them. Step back. I don't know what you do.
This is
back
private property. I can stay here.
Yeah, but right now we're investigating something that's going on.
Investigating what? There's nothing going on.
Now Joseph is deciding to follow this officer around talking about this is private property. You see what I'm saying? This kid should have went in cuffs 5 minutes ago when he tried blocking the door where all of the kids are being held. That's when Joseph should have went into cuffs.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on? Anyone?
Look, it's just a whole room full of half-naked boys, and none of them want to talk because they are terrified as to what will be done to them if they do. These are men. These are young men who are literally too afraid to speak up for one another or themselves. And you think that these boys would make good suitors for your daughters? You think any of these people would be good suitors for your daughters when they don't even have a spine to stand up for themselves, much less anybody else? Because I can tell you right now, you ever drag me into a room like this and you think you're gonna fucking try and pull some shit like this on me, it is what it is. Frat, sorority, college years, I promise you. Everybody in this room is going down with me. It is what it is. I'm taking everybody down with me. You aren't holding me in a room blindfolded doing God knows what to me without catching these fucking hands. You know what I'm saying?
Because you gotta see it from my perspective. What the did I just walk into?
Celebration.
You know what I mean? Celebration of what?
Of life.
Okay, sweet.
I despise Joseph. I loathe Joseph. Did you hear him? This is just a celebration. It's just a celebration of life. Oh, Joseph. Oh, Joseph. I'd love to stick my foot directly up your sphincter.
Okay, the reason I pulled you guys aside. We're here for public safety at this point. What's on your arms?
Oh, no. Just
Where are you guys going now?
Look at these poor kids. Look. This one has definitely got what looks like semen on his neck. You see this right here? Literally, it looks like that's disgusting. They actually look like this is why the cop was asking him, "What's on your tie?" Okay? This is how they degrade each other. Now you know why they have these secrets, right? While they'll blackmail each other. Because they get each other to do these gross, atrocious things that they're embarrassed about, and then it gets used against them later. Right? And this is why they all keep their little secrets for life. For life. The rituals are done in secret. Once you're in, there's no out. You don't get to take the secrets with you. Right? Look at this. Look at what's on his neck right here. Everybody who knows anything, anybody who's ever, We all know what that is on that boy's neck right there.
127, can I get you back down here?
Look at it. Look at it.
What's on your neck?
Yeah, what's on your... Yeah, I can't see, he says. I can't see. We know what it is. We can all see what it is, homie. We can all see what they did to you. We can all see what they did to you. We know what it is. And what you need to do is immediately get a lawyer. What you need to do is get as many people as you can collectively together and sue the ever-living shit out of the people who run this fraternity. We'll all see towards the end. Yes, we know it got shut down, blah, blah, blah. If you've already seen the video, you already know the outcome. Point that I'm getting at is sue the shit out of these people. Expose them. Expose them. Because we know what they made you do. We know what they made you do. This officer knows what they've made you do. He knows what's all over your necks. You poor, abused boys. You're abused. Okay? It is what it is. This is torture. This is ritualistic abuse, is what it is. It's ritualistic abuse. And this motherfucker right here, Joseph, is one of the ringleaders. Right? This little asshole right here. It's one of your ringleaders.
That looks like blood, is it? Shining your light. Is it blood? That's what I'm at.
Look at him. Look at him. Oh, is it blood? Is it blood? Like, I don't know how this cop kept his composure. I'm telling you. I don't know how he did it. I would have accidentally hit him with the butt of my fucking flashlight or something. You know, oopsie poopsie, Joseph, my bad. And bust his tooth or some shit.
Asking. Want to taste it? No. Okay. Do you see why we're here? Why we're asking questions? I don't know. You got the wrong guy.
Yeah, I definitely would have oopsie poopsied him with the butt of my flashlight, you know, right in the mouth. Oops. Sorry, Joseph. My bad, buddy. This is why you need to back up off me, motherfucker, so I don't hit you with my flashlight. You know what I mean? Oopsie poopsie, Joseph.
I was gonna ask those guys questions, and then he told them all to start heading out.
What's up?
I was gonna ask those two guys questions, but then they all started following out.
So you left?
No, I stopped him, but he was...
Misunderstood. Did you pull these guys out?
No, I went to go talk to those guys, and then they started coming out.
Why did we come out?
So I said that. So they should come out.
You said it?
I did.
So you're in charge. I know you said you're not in charge.
Not in charge.
Okay, here we go.
The office.
First and foremost, I'm a little frustrated, but we're gonna get through it, okay? What's going on tonight?
It's their lead up to initiation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the deal with what are we doing in the basement?
It's basically a ritual where they're blindfolded.
Okay.
And getting.
It's basically a ritual where they're blindfolded and get messed with. Okay? So I'll go ahead and bring that back one more again for the people in the back, right? Let's play that one more time for the people in the back. What this motherfucker just said. Okay, so for everybody out there that calls us these crazy conspiracy theorists, right? When we talk about ritualistic abuse, Homeboy is admitting it on Bodycam. It's their ritual. It's a ritual that they do to them to blindfold them and mess with them to get in for their initiation. It's a ritual. It's ritualistic abuse. You know, it's let's hear what you just said one more time.
What's the deal with what are we doing in the basement?
It's basically a ritual where they're blindfolded.
Okay.
And get messed with.
Okay. So, the entire time that we've been here, which has now been, I think, 15, 20 minutes, we have been demanding to speak to somebody in charge, where nobody knows you, apparently, in the house.
Okay.
Nobody knows who's in charge. Like, here's the deal. We have a hazing event, right? We're going to do a report because we responded to a fire alarm, which you guys refused to evacuate from a fire alarm after an officer is ordering everybody to vacate the premise.
I have no idea what's going on with my thing here. Sorry, guys. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hello, everyone. Beautiful Love Tina, Meg P. Hello. Welcome in. Nothing half-assed. Hello. Good to see you. Hi, everyone. Bunny Murphy. Hello. Sorry. Once this video closes out, I'll be able to check my chat better, okay? Appreciate you guys being here. Hope you're having a great night. Yeah, Beth, I know, right? Who pulled the fire alarm? I hope it was one of these poor, abused fucking boys is what I hope, man. I hope it's somebody who saw what was going on and didn't like it and grabbed that fire alarm, okay? Silently press the alarm something just to get people over. You know what I mean? I hope there was at least one person in this house with a fucking conscience, you know?
And then on top of that, we find this hazing event. We want to speak to somebody. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anyone. Nobody knows what's going on. This is going in a report. The University of Iowa is going to see this.
Okay.
And with the stuff going around across the country, students dying from hazing events, I'm not saying it's to that level.
We'll pause here so we can read the screen. 4 Penn State fraternity brothers sentenced for a pledge's hazing death.
It's not.
I'm not saying anything.
5 indicted in alleged hazing death of a Southern University student, Caleb Wilson.
But the university has a very, very strict...
Oh, another one. Family of Mizzou freshman who nearly died in alleged fraternity hazing incident seeks justice.
policy on hazing. If I can't...
Oh, another one. Hazing death of Baruch fraternity pledge Michael Dang was an active cover-up, prosecutors say. And I believe this is the one that was this the one that was in New Hampshire? No, this was out of New York, maybe.
talk to people, and if people aren't going to cooperate with me...
Then we have another one here. Court clears the way for felony charges in a fraternity death.
That's their right. They don't have to speak to me. However, that means only my observations are going to go into this report. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to look worse than if people can kind of explain to us what's going on, right? Because then I can at least put your guys' side of the story in it as well. So, I guess I want to know what we got going on. Like, you're saying it's to initiation?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm asking for some...
So he's admitting it's a ritual prior to initiation. It's a ritual. They call it themselves rituals. Right? That's what they call it. It's not made up. That's precisely what it is. And they do all different kinds. They do ritualistic sex abuse, ritualistic emotional abuse, ritualistic physical abuse, ritualistic humiliation, okay? A humiliation ritual, you name it. This is what you're paying as a parent, your life savings. You're giving to these schools so that they can do this shit to your kids, bro. Stop.
Operation and some coordination with your people here to just tell your people hey, if that's what people need to do, just politely tell us that, right? So I guess I'm looking for you to kind of be a leader here and help us out a little bit and start trying to keep everybody in line. Okay?
I apologize.
Okay, let's go back inside.
I just want to, if we can get that guy out of there, I just want to coordinate some way to make sure that there's no injuries, there's nothing.
Where did
Which
president?
Yeah.
Um,
It's not happy.
I just texted him. I said,
I told him you gotta leave.
I'd walk it's your guys' house.
Okay.
However, if the supervisor of the house, president, says he is not welcome here, then I'm going to escort him off property.
I think
If he refuses that, then he's going to be arrested.
Yeah, we'll walk him out. Yep.
Okay,
We'll
I
make
would,
sure of that. Yeah.
I would take care of that because
I
the
would.
longer he
If you wanna
stays here,
go, yeah.
I mean, he's getting close to being arrested.
Yeah, so Joseph, the problem child. He's the cop's like, you better get him the fuck out of here, right? You can either get him out of here or we'll do it for you because he's getting real close to being arrested. He doesn't even live in this house. He doesn't live in this house.
My grandma had a really
Okay? But Joseph is so much of a problem. He thinks he runs shit in this house.
Police pay a visit to Joseph's apartment after he was very uncooperative the day before. After 10 minutes of talking, he again proved to be uncooperative and difficult to deal with.
So you interjecting yourself into that conversation, what good does that?
They don't need to talk to the cops. I don't even
Why are
listen to
you
right
deciding who they need to talk to?
now. I'm just saying, they're my buddies, they're my friends.
Right. The police are doing an investigation.
About what?
They're trying to figure out what's going on in that
What is?
room.
What was going on in the room? What have you heard?
So they're doing an investigation.
Yeah.
You don't dictate the investigation, right?
Yeah.
That's for the police. That's for us to
I had to
investigate,
keep.
right?
Yeah, I get
Right. You understand that.
that. Yeah.
So why are you dictating who the police can talk to and can't talk to?
I'm just telling my buddies not to talk to them. That's it.
Okay. So you're interfering with the police officers.
Not at all.
job.
Not at all.
But
He
you
never said, "Oh, if you don't get away, you're getting arrested." He never said that once.
he did tell you to step away. He
I
told you
sat
to
there
walk
for a
away.
second, and then he said it again. I said, I walked away.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
So he asked you
I
to
would
walk
like
away.
to end this conversation right now, please. I
Okay.
would like to have a lawyer here,
Okay.
and if there's anything actually happening,
Aw, crybaby little Joseph wants a lawyer now. He wants a lawyer. You know what? I want to end this conversation, actually. Bro, you're on Bodycam, literally, thinking you're going to dictate the entire investigation, who those kids can talk to, who they can't talk to, when they can speak, when they can move. You're following these officers around the house as they're doing their investigation, and you don't even fucking live there. And you repeatedly said you're not in charge. Little shit. I can't believe it took them till the next day to arrest him.
call me again. But it's been a pleasure. Thanks, fellas. So I didn't catch your name?
So this is Lieutenant Travis Tyrell.
Travis.
122 will take you. What'd you say your name was?
Joseph.
All right, Joseph. All right, so unfortunately for you, at this point, you're being placed under arrest. You can put your hands behind your back.
Joseph was arrested for interference with official acts in connection with the hazing incident.
Look at him. Just get a good look, mothers, fathers, if you live in Iowa. If your children attend Iowa University, mothers, fathers, get a good look. Get a good look at Joseph here. Get a good look. Does this look like someone you want your daughter around? Does this look like someone you want your son around? Spread it. Spread it far and wide. I don't care. Embarrass this kid. Embarrass all these kids. The fraternity president. The ones who went along with it. The ones who allowed it. I feel bad for the victims. Obviously, do not embarrass these victims. That is not what I mean. I'm not talking about the boys that were in the room blindfolded, having God knows what done to them. They're the victims. Joseph here is the fucking abuser, right? So get a good look. Get a good look. So, I wanted to go over that with everybody. Joseph got arrested.
Those charges would be dropped a year later. The Alpha Delta Phi fraternity was suspended through 2029 for hazing.
So it's Alpha Delta Phi, suspended through 2029 for hazing. Okay? Right? So they got suspended. Okay? Now, Let's see. Next thing that I wanted to share with you, friends, because we've got some doozies here, okay? We're going to take a little look-see at something. Okay, so this was a document that I found in my research, okay? So when I was talking about, actually, we'll save that. Something else I want to share first. Let's go over here. Okay, where is it? Okay, I'm going to share this with you. So what we're looking at here is this website that I found. It's hazinginfo.org. And as you can see up at the top here, they have a hazing death database. They also have a campus hazing database. For shits and giggles, the first one that I went in and typed into was for WSU. Okay. You know, just because I was looking around. Hang on. What's going on here? This actually share for you or no? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. There's something going on my end and I don't know what it is. Can you guys hear me? Can you see the screen? Hopefully you can. Because I don't know what happened on my end here, but it's super small. So hopefully you can see the screen here. My chat not even working either. What's going on? Okay, let me give this a second. Last 24 on the mic. Hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Okay, so I'm guessing you guys can't hear me and maybe you can't see the screen either. Or can you? Sorry. I just want to make sure you can actually see the screen. There's this website here. It's hazinginfo.org. And it specifically has this database, so you can go in and look up. They have campus hazing database. They have the hazing death database. It has all different kinds of links and resources on this website for everyone. So I'm going to copy and paste that into chat for you. I'm guessing my chat's gone. I don't have a chat over here. Nothing's working. Audio is good and you can see the screen. Okay, cool. Thank you. Because I can't see my chat. Chat's not working, so either way. Let's see if it's going to... Okay, good. You guys can see it? Okay, cool. Awesome. So when you go into this database here, you can search it, right? I just typed it. You can search it by campus, by each, university. I decided to go and look at WSU. So obviously we have Luke Tyler. He was in 2023. We have Sam Martinez, who's 2019. And then it'll bring up all of these different links for you. Most recent one that I'm seeing looks like it's from November 14th of 2025. Family of WSU student who died by suicide in 2023. Sues hims and hers health and Theta Chi. Right? So it has all of these different things. The reason that I wanted to share it is because you can go into the database here. You can pretty much type in whichever university you want to, go look at. But it does bring up, so these are all of the different people who have died by hazing, either at their fraternity or their sorority. Okay? There's a lot of them, right? Some of it's drinking, some of it is just abuse, some of the ritual abuse that they do. But I wanted everybody to see that on this website, what you can do is you can actually go in, and they have this database here where you can go look up all of the deaths. Unfortunately, victims of hazing, right? Some of these people have sued. Some of their families have sued. Some of them have settled out of court. Some of them have not. Some of them, they're all different, right? But as you can see, you continue to scroll and scroll and scroll. And unfortunately, there's just, you can click load more and there's more, right? So it's kind of like this never-ending rabbit hole of just deaths. Young lives being completely shattered and, taken off this earth, all because of stupid people like fucking Joseph. All because of assholes like Joseph. Some of these kids no longer have their lives, right? So I just wanted to maybe put some faces to it, okay? Why Joseph is such a problem. Because Joseph is the kind of kid that would help cover up the death of one of these kids, in my opinion. So if one of those kids had died in that room that night, I have no doubt Joseph would be one of the first people helping to cover it up. That's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. Joseph is exactly the kind of person who would help cover it up. So I'm going to link this in the chat one more time for everybody. Okay. That way, if you want to go do your own research and look up anything, it's there for you. There we go. Okay. That went that way. Let's stop sharing that. Something else I want to show you. Okay. Let's go take a look at this. We're not going to read through the whole thing, but it's to make the point. Here, this was decided March 22nd. And this is, I believe I linked this in the description of the video. So for anybody who wants the court case and, breakdown of the decision, here we have the memorandum opinion and order on this lawsuit. And it was a lawsuit that was filed by Felicia Hankins, who is the plaintiff versus Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority at all. And basically, it says right here, on a winter's day in January 2017, Jordan Hankins committed suicide in her dorm room at Northwestern University. Jordan had allegedly suffered through severe hazing during a sorority membership initiation process. Her mother, Felicia Hankins, now brings this case for the estate of her daughter, suing both the sorority as well as individual sorority members under the Illinois Wrongful Death Act. Right? Kind of like what's happening with WSU lawsuit. Except it's not a sorority or anything being sued at WSU, right? But this girl committed suicide. I'll break it down for you. Anybody who wants to read the whole thing, you can do it. But the basic gist here is that what the plaintiff is claiming is that shortly after attending the October 2016 Rush event, Jordan received an email from Ava Thompson Greenwell, a member of Delta Chi Omega and one of the graduate advisors for Gamma Chi. Greenwell told Jordan that she was, quote, cleared to move to the next stage of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Inc. membership process. Jordan then spent the next month going through the membership intake process along with 10 other women who were also, quote, pledging to join the sorority. The membership process culminated in a performance in a campus introduction show on November 20th. After the campus introduction show, Jordan had ostensibly completed the official pledging process and was initiated into the sorority. But at that point, Jordan was told by members of AKA sorority that as a condition of membership, she would have to go through an additional post-initiation pledge process. Interesting. This is when the hazing began. During the post-initiation pledging process, Jordan was allegedly subjected to, quote, several instances of physical abuse, including paddling, verbal abuse, mental abuse, financial exploitation, sleep deprivation, items being thrown and dumped on her, and other forms of hazing intended to humiliate and demean her. According to Hankins, these hazing acts were carried out by sorority members Anderson, Brown, Clemens, Chambers, Smith, Valdez, Greenwell, and Madlock Henderson. So those are all of the defendants. The hazing damaged Jordan's physical and mental health. Eventually, Jordan communicated to members of AKA sorority, including individually named defendants, that the hazing was triggering her PTSD and causing severe anxiety and depression, and that she was having suicidal thoughts. On January 9th, Jordan committed suicide in her dorm room. So, after the hazing, after the abuse, after the paddling, after the financial exploitation, she actually got up the courage to tell them, what you guys are doing to me is triggering my PTSD and it's making me want to kill myself. And they didn't stop. So she just killed herself. Okay? Okay? So she actually got up the courage to tell them what they were doing to her was making her want to kill herself. And they just kept doing it anyway. And they didn't care. Because, you know, they're your sisters. They're your sisters. So when you hear them all talking about my sisters, but those are my sisters, but I love my sisters, they're so full of shit, it's not even funny. They'll kill their fucking sister if it means they get ahead. They will cut a throat in a heartbeat if it means they get ahead. They don't give a shit about their sisters. The only thing they care about is how loyal you'll be to them. Okay? Sisters, my ass. Your sisters don't do that to you. Your sisters don't paddle you and put blindfolds on you and sexually exploit you and financially exploit you. That's not what your sisters do. It's not what sisters do. Okay? Sorry. And like I'm saying to you, guys, like for real, me to you, I promise you, it over my dead body. It would be over my dead body, and everybody in the room is dying with me. I'm just saying, if you tried to drag me into a dark room, to put a blindfold on me, paddle me, throw things at me, whip me, try to humiliate. I'm literally throwing hands with everyone in the room. You know, when they talk about gangs, right? Gang initiations, certain ways that you get into a gang, you can either get jumped in, sexed in, whatever the case may be. Like, we're throwing hands. I'm throwing hands with everyone. I want to kick the shit out of these people for what they did to these kids. I would throw hands with them just for what they did to these kids, never mind if they tried to do it to me personally or one of my children. You know, I'm just saying, okay? So this poor girl here, Jordan Hankins, ended up taking her own life because the abuse from her AKA sisters, right? It's that Jack Harlow song, speaking AKA, she's an alpha. But not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy, right? Speaking the AKA, she's an alpha. Yeah. Them alphas. Them alphas are a fucking problem. Just so we're clear. So I did link this entire document here in the description of this live for anybody who wants to actually go read through this entire court case. It's pretty long. You can go ahead and read, the decision that was made on it and all of that. Went through a lot of legal arguments as to who would be responsible, how, etc. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that for 1 second. There's a whole bunch of other links and resources in the description of this live. If you're a parent out there, if you're involved in one of these sororities or these fraternities, and this is happening to you, because there are thousands and thousands of kids across the country right now, even as I am talking to you, that this is happening to. They are being held in a dark room somewhere, blindfolded, hazed, abused, ritualistically abused by these people, and it's literally happening right this second. So if this is one of you, and this is happening to you, or one of your friends, okay, don't sit on it. Don't sleep on it. See something, say something. Rat them out. Okay? Whistle blow. Do whatever you got to do. There are people within your state and within your government that have nothing to do with this shit. And, you got to blow the lid off. You got to blow the fucking lid off. We cannot allow this to go on anymore. Parents, I'm so very sorry. When I hear everybody talking about, we got to get together. And yes, when you talk about Epstein and you talk about cults, where the fuck do you think it comes from? Where do you think it comes from? It comes from some of the oldest secret societies, and guess where they are? Guess how they all expanded across the country and across the globe. They did it through the universities and through setting up their fucking fraternities and sororities on all of these universities 100+ years ago. I think Sigma Chi is like 120+ years old, if I remember correctly. Some of these fraternities and sororities go all the way back to like the 1800s. Where do you think this shit starts? How do you think you end up with so many people willing to just cover for each other's dirty, sick fucking deeds? This is how. Because they already established their code of silence with their brotherhood or their sisterhood when they went through their fucking initiation and their rituals. Okay? That's just, it's disgusting and gross, but it's true. So, let's see. I did link that for anybody who wants it. It is in the description of this live. Feel free. Go print it, laminate it, frame it, do whatever you want with it. Share it. Read it to your crew, whatever you want to do. I got another one here I wanted to share with you guys. This I thought was pretty interesting when I found it. This is the Nemeth program in human trafficking research among college students. Okay. So this is from a Leanne Aruda, PhD. She's the principal investigator and associate professor at San Diego State University. And this is her final report that was put out August 31st, 2023. And it's a 49-page document all about human trafficking on college campuses. Okay. And this is pretty wild. So hopefully, everybody, you've got your drinks, you've got your snacks. It's about 40+ pages that we're going to take a little peeky-poo at here because it's so much of a problem. And for anybody who doesn't think it is, I've been trying to say this since the beginning of this case. Anybody, if you've been around with me long enough and you listen to me when I would go up on panels and when I would talk to T-Rev and I would talk to Dago, and, stuff like that. I was always, many times saying and or hinting that, this is spook shit. This gives me trafficking vibes. This gives me, because you don't have, BAU members from Quantico along with FBI and U.S. Marshals and Homeland Security rolling in for a quadruple homicide, usually. Unless there's some element of fucking trafficking going on. And a lot of people always assumed it's got to be drugs because it's college kids. It's the drug trafficking. It's the cartels. Right? It's the cartels. Know how many times we've heard that. And I've tried saying many times, I don't think it's drugs. Much bigger. It's much bigger than drugs. And this is precisely what I think is the bigger, larger issue across college campuses in this country. Are drugs a problem? Yes, 100%. But I think the trafficking of your children, your adult children, by the way, I think that's actually what the real problem is. So much so that a PhD professor here and lead principal investigator conducted an entire study on it and wrote a 49-page report to submit for San Diego State University her research on the problem of human trafficking across college campuses. So, let's get into it. We got 49 pages here to take a little peeky poo at. Yeah, Lucy, I know you know what I'm talking about. Lucy knows. Lucy knows how many times I've said, you know, this has got to be some trafficking shit right here. This is human shit. I don't care what anybody says. This is spook shit. All the way. It's got fucking spook shit written all over it. All right, so let's get into this. This is the executive summary here. The nature and extent of human trafficking and sexual exploitation among college students have really been examined, especially within the United States. Therefore, the purpose of this research program was to identify human trafficking and sexual exploitation risks among college students in San Diego County and Imperial Valley, U.S.-Mexico border regions, where some of the highest rates of human trafficking are documented. Through research, we can estimate the prevalence of human trafficking and sexual exploitation risks among college students in order to develop strategies to combat it. A gap remains, especially in our knowledge about how college students are recruited into or at risk for human trafficking. Pause here for 1 second. Hold, please. I'm going to show you something. Hang on. Because I know I've got it saved in my little bookmarks here. Where is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this is another one for AKA. Okay. So we just read the lawsuit there for Jordan, right? For Jordan. Jordan Mother sued because she committed suicide. Alpha Kappa Alpha, right? Well, here we have another one. Also AKA. It's them alphas speak in the AKA. She's the alpha. Right here. So, like, we'll take a little peeky poo at this one. I'm sure you guys already know about this one, but you know what? It helps to refresh the memory. So if you think it can't happen to your daughter, can't happen to your daughters, you'd be wrong. So here we have, this is back in like 2018, I think it happened, or 2019, or I think it was in 2018, and then, you know, finally started like catching up on it 2019. But either way, so a sorority advisor and 6 others indicted in the HBCU prostitution ring. Alicia Johnson, who was the subject of an investigation on allegations of sex trafficking, was indicted in the scandal, which officials believe involved potential members of AKA sorority. And that's her here. This was more than a half a dozen people could be facing jail time due to an alleged prostitution ring scandal at Fort Valley State University in Georgia, linked to a graduate advisor for the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, who is believed to have involved women who were joining the organization. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Alicia Janetta Johnson, 49, was indicted last Friday on charges of prostitution and pimping. 6 men who were allegedly involved in sex trafficking are facing charges as well. It says police believe that Johnson, an AKA graduate advisor, served as a leader in the prostitution ring. During the time she served as an executive assistant to the president of Fort Valley State University, she allegedly performed sex acts in exchange for money for herself and then conspired to help provide sexual services to prominent men in the area just south of Atlanta. Just let it all marinate. Let it all marinate. How many times have I said, for fuck's sake, Fitziana? How many times have you heard me say to you in one of my brainworm ramblings, right? The frats are for the drugs and the sororities are for the girls. Just saying. Just saying. This story originally broke last April after it was discovered that a group of female students seeking money to pay for their membership fees to join the sorority were recruited into sex work by Johnson as a source of income. Sugar babies. Johnson had been an employee at the school since 2004 and earned approximately $64,000 annually at the time of her resignation in 2018. At the initial time of the scandal, Johnson's attorney, Adrian Patrick, denied that she could have been involved in a prostitution ring. Quote, "I think that it's incredulous," he said. "I mean, I know people want to be in a sorority. I got that part. I just don't think you're going to sell your body. Plus, it's inconsistent with the reputation of Alpha Kappa Alpha." But after a year-long investigation of the allegations, Johnson was indicted and charged with 6 counts of prostitution, 3 counts of pimping, and 2 counts of solicitation of sodomy. The 6 men allegedly associated with her scheme were identified as Ernest Harvey, Kenneth Howard, Ryan Jenkins, Charles Jones, Arthur James Nance Jr., and Devontae Little. They were all also indicted on 1 count each of solicitation of sodomy. If convicted, Johnson would face a maximum of up to 12 months in prison and be made to pay up to a $1,000 fine per count. In the wake of the indictment, AKA leaders withdrew the Fort Valley State University chapter's privileges, pending the outcome of the investigation. It is unclear what Johnson's status will be with the sorority as a result of the charges. So I just wanted to share that as like a, let that marinate in the back of your brain. It's not just the fraternities. The sororities are even worse. They will literally pimp your daughters out and say, this is how you can pay for your dues every month. You just need to let us pimp you out. And then you can pay all that money to us for your dues and what you owe us. Okay? So it isn't just your sons. They do it to your daughters too. Okay? Okay, it's a cult. These are cults. I see no difference between Greek life and a cult. Okay, it's all the same, in my opinion. So let's get back to this study over here. Okay, we're not going to read through the whole thing, friends, but I just wanted to bring all of this up to you so that you remember to go back and grab all of the links that are in the description of this live. If you choose to cover it on a live of your own, feel free. This is why I'm sharing the links. Take all of these links, share them, read them, send them to a friend who has a college-age kid. Send them to friends of yours who maybe have kids thinking about going into a fraternity or a sorority. Make sure, spread awareness. Do not let any one more kid, do not let one more boy or one more girl be subjected to this shit any longer. Any fucking longer. Teach your kids to stand up for themselves. Teach your kids they never need a friend so fucking bad, okay, that they have to ever allow someone to do something like this to them to make friends. Fuck. Better off being alone. With friends like this, you do not need no fucking enemies. Know what I'm saying? These people are your enemies. And they would kill you to protect themselves. And their secrets. Their dirty, nasty secrets. Now you know why you got certain people, too, here on YouTube who come from these sororities and fraternities after the crime in Idaho happened. Now we know why they all popped on. I wonder why there's certain, alumni. Certain alumni from certain universities who have their own channels here, attempting to just debunk everything regarding Idaho. Maybe because they too were once pimped out by their own sorority. Maybe because they too also had to be pimped out and sexually assaulted and sell themselves to make friends and be part of this secret little group. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they're all stressed out, so stressed out over the WSU lawsuit and the crime scene pics being released. It just stresses them out so bad. Why? Why would it stress you out? They got the right guy if they did everything right. What the fuck are you so stressed about? What? What you so nervous about? Now we know why. Now we know why some of these sorority girls felt the need to make a channel and deflect. Now we know why. Okay, Lucy, I know you know who I'm talking about. I know you know. I know you know precisely who I mean. Okay. So let's see. Here, so the specific aims of this study here were to explore the nature and extent of human trafficking and sexual exploitation among college students in San Diego specifically. Obviously, this was not for nationwide. This was for San Diego specifically, which is why we're not going to read through the whole thing. I am going to link it. Okay, actually, let me do that now. For anybody who wants this, you feel free. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste it into the chat. And if you want, go ahead, save it, print it, laminate it, frame it, do whatever you want. Share it. Okay. There we go. That's the link for you. Okay. For anybody who wants it, there you go. Okay, you can use that link to this study here. It says, first, we held several community advisory board meetings with 6 human trafficking survivors to vet the survey before disseminating it. We also held focus groups and interviews in the community with 20 individuals, which informed the survey content and questions and helped provide context to the survey responses. Second, student research assistants posted flyers on campuses after we received study approval from each of the campus institutional ethics review boards as needed. These online anonymous college surveys were disseminated into over 12 San Diego and Imperial County campuses: UC San Diego, University of San Diego, Point Loma Nazarene University, San Diego State University, Imperial Valley, California State University, San Marcos, community college districts for San Diego, Southwest, Cuyamaca, Grossmont, and Imperial Valley. The link to take the survey spread to students at other campuses via social media as well. In the surveys, we included resource lists and contact persons at each campus. We made sure campuses were aware of the study. Trauma-informed research staff were also available for any survey taker who requested to be contacted. Third, we explored solutions by presenting the preliminary results to various county and community advisory councils and universities. Brainstorming occurred on ways to better prevent human trafficking, recruitment, and sexual exploitation on college campuses, as well as how to better help students seeking the assistance. The final report was on August 31st, 2023, reflects responses among the 971 participants who answered the survey, and of the 1,013 who consented to take it. Nearly 1 in 5 experienced forced and or coercion into selling sex as a college student. 1 in 5. 2 out of 3 students thought human trafficking was a medium to large threat to students on their campus, and 14% witnessed it. 14% of 971. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my drink. This final report reflects responses among the 971 participants who answered the survey of the 1,013 who consented to take it. So this 971, out of this 971, 1 in 5 experienced forced or coerced, or they were either forced or coerced into selling sex as a college student. And 2 out of 3 thought the human trafficking was a medium to large threat to students on their campus, and 14% witnessed it. Nearly half, nearly 50% said they were pressured as a college student into a sexual activity, and 1 in 5 said it was by an instructor. Are you listening? Are you listening, parents? Are you listening? Print this, share it, laminate it, frame it. Literally put it on your TikToks, your fucking Twitters, your X's, your Instagrams, your Rumbles, wherever. Put this everywhere. Okay, friends? Put it everywhere. Nearly 50% of 971 people. What's that? 480 something? $485? Almost 500 of the 1,000 people said they were pressured as a college student into a sexual activity, and nearly 1 in 5 said it was by an instructor. 1 in 5 said as a college student, they or someone they knew as a college student had crossed the U.S.-Mexico border to provide sexual acts for something of monetary or other value. More than 1 in 5 had ever exchanged sexual activities for something of monetary or other value. 14% said they were very likely or likely to do so. 20% said they considered it. The top reasons for selling sex as a college student were to provide for someone else, or to pay for their school, rent, and food, or to have extra cash for spending on unaffordable things. So, you know, if you're in a sorority or you live in an off-campus house and you got to pay your dues to these sororities, plus you're also, you know, just a broke-ass college kid, you may have to go do some of these things if you want to drive a nice car and have nice clothes and go shop at Sephora and, you know, all that shit, right? Where do these college kids get all their money? Go ahead and look at the Alpha Phi girls and their Visco accounts. For starters, go ahead and look at the University of Idaho Alpha Phi fucking chicks and their Visco accounts. And ask yourself, where the fuck do they get all their money? Because most of them don't even have a job. They don't even work. They're full-time students. They work some part-time barista job. Yet they're pushing Mercedes Benzes and fur jackets and shit. Okay? Shame, fear, stigma, and discrimination were top reasons for not seeking help on campus. Okay, so just let those numbers marinate there, right? 50% of the people, 971 respondents, 50% say they were pressured into sexual activity. 1 in 5 said it came by an instructor. Okay? Then they get into their accomplishments, get into the background here. Human trafficking in San Diego. Sexual exploitation is the use of force, fraud, or coercion to cause a commercial sex act. Human trafficking is also exploitation of anyone under the age of 18. San Diego is ranked among the top 13 regions in the United States for human trafficking, 8,000 victims, and $810 million annually. The humans are the commodity. This is why your fucking sororities and fraternities need to recruit new ones every year. Right? It's the young new ones that they need. It's the young new ones that they use to do all the dirty shit. Once you've gotten into your junior and senior year, you no longer have to do the dirty shit. You're just the one ordering the dirty shit to be done and then profiting from it. It says there's a gap in research. A few studies in the U.S. have examined college student involvement in sexual exploitation and their associations with food, housing, and financial insecurity. It goes into all of the different types, things that can obviously. They want to explore the nature and extent of human trafficking, sexual exploitation among college students. They want to explore factors associated with sexual exploitation and what can be done about it. Obviously, financial insecurity is a huge thing. Trauma, substance abuse, alcohol abuse, which we all know a lot of these kids are doing. I guess I'd probably want to be fucked up on drugs and drunk too if I had a bunch of fake ass brothers or sisters who were constantly tying me up and blindfolding me and doing God knows what to me. Well, they say you're my sister. I love you, but you're my sister. I would rather I'd rather I'd rather just not be involved, I get it. There are some kids out there who feel like they have no other choice, or they come from legacy families. Their parents were in the frat or the sorority and they feel like they have to do it to live up to the legacy or some shit. But my God, if you have to sell your soul, is it worth it? Is it? Is it really worth it in the end? I don't think it is. So this talks about, human trafficking of college students across the U.S.-Mexico border, forced farm labor, right? Racial disparities and non-fatal overdose and related risk factors among college women in Southern California. It's got all of these different presentations, the outcomes, talks about the methods that they used here. They gave $15 incentive Amazon gift cards for people to respond so they could get some hoping to get honest answers from people, right? You can do it anonymously. We'll give you a $15 Amazon gift card. What do you need? You tell us, we'll help you. Right? Survey went into, they were looking for phase 1 qualitative data. Phase 2, the survey research was conducted to test the following hypothesis. 1, the financial needed related risk factors, including housing insecurity, lack of food, and finances, are associated with the risk for sexual exploitation. And number 2, force, coercion, or deception is used to recruit college students into the trade. Bingo. That's the one. Number 2. Number 2 is the one you need to focus on when it comes to the sororities. They do it with the fraternities too, but the sororities are real big with it. The force, the coercion, or the deception that is used to recruit the girls. The young girls. Okay? And then it shows the results here. Gives you the percentages. The median age is age 20, but here for age 18, it's 13%, 15, So it looks like age 20 here is going to be your highest. Gender and relationship status, this is what I mean. So 26% of the trafficking, or the respondents anyway, that are male. 73% are female. So it is the females that they really like to use for the trafficking, not so much the males. Okay? But the females are a commodity. Your daughters are the commodity. Everybody paying attention? Okay? Your daughters are the commodity. This is why they need to recruit new ones every year. Okay? Let's see here. I linked this already. I'm going to link it one more time. If you didn't grab it now, because there's something else that I want to show you guys. I didn't want to stay too long on this. Okay, I'm tired and I'm going to get going soon. Putting this link in chat now. There you go. Anybody who wants to grab it now. Okay. Print it, save it, frame it, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to stop sharing this for 1 minute. Something I want to show you guys. Because when I saw this, I said, oh my God. For anybody who hasn't taken a little peeky poo, If you haven't taken a little peeky poo at... What is this cat doing? Nelly, did you guys hear that? Sorry if you can hear that. That is my cat acting like a damn panther as she runs around this house. Okay, hang on. Something I'm looking for here. I want to be able to show it to you, but I also want to make sure that I can find it. Yeah, it was right here. Let's see. See more posts, yes. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it, is it? You know what? That's okay. I can find the photo and I'll share it to my community tab. For anybody who hasn't seen it, okay, so they had to do, you know, they did their whole new, like, pledge class for Alpha Phi, right? For this past semester or whatever. And everybody who remembers Kaylee's little bestie there, Jaden Anderson, I believe her name is. Well, if you go check Alpha Phi's page, okay, there is a photo of Jaden. Maybe it'll let me find it this way. And her new bestie in the sorority, I think it's her new little that she chose, is literally Kaylee's doppelganger. And I actually almost, like, I thought at first when I saw the photo that she was sharing a photo of her and Kaylee, right? Because the girl looks so much like Kaylee that I was like, holy shit. But no, it's her new little, because Jaden was Kaylee's little, but now Jaden has her new little, and this girl looks exactly like Kaylee. It's actually kind of wild. Let me see if it's going to let me bring it up. Because I about fell out of my chair when I saw the girl. And I was like, oh shit, that's not Kaylee. It's a different girl who looks just like her. So, you know, for anybody who wants to go take a look at that, if I can find the photo, I was going to bring it up here and show it to you now, but it's not letting me go any further here, or will it? Yeah, it's not going to let me. That's okay. You know, you'll find what I'm talking about if you just go check their page. You can go ahead and scroll through their little Instagram page and all their stuff that they have for Alpha Phi. So it's the Idaho Alpha Phi. Go check it out. Jaden's new little looks just like Kaylee. And part of me wanted to message this girl and literally be like, yo, I don't know if you know, but like, watch your back, right? Like, don't trust none of these chicks. I don't even care. I'm just speaking my truth at this point. Like, whoever you are that looks just like Kaylee Gonzalez and you happen to be Jaden's new little, do not just, they're still hanging out at the Whites. Guys, go look at these photos. It's pictures of them all still at the fucking Whites. They're all still doing the same shit over there. Hanging out at the stupid Whites, hanging out at fucking stupid Liz Katovich's place, okay? Hanging out over there at the little treehouse fucking apartments. They're all still doing the same thing, hanging out at the same places, wearing the same stupid outfits year after year with their new recruits. It's just the same shit over and over again. And this poor girl looks just like Kaylee. She's stunning. She's absolutely beautiful. And she's Jaden's little. And I just want to, like, reach out through the universe and be like, no, don't do it. They're vampires, okay? Don't do it, beautiful girl. Don't sell your soul to these fucking witches. That's what I want to do. I'm not going to, but that's deep down inside my mom's soul. That's what I want to do. The mom in me wants to reach out and say, please, child, don't sell your soul to this coven of fucking witches who would drink your blood and skin you and wear you like a suit if they could. Okay? And that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Okay? With all of their little vampire shit that they love so much, and being covered in blood and vampire diaries and fucking sucking blood and werewolves and whatever this bullshit is they're all into out there. Okay? They're all still doing the same thing. Still hanging out at the Whites, still hanging out at the treehouse, still hanging out at the fucking Shark Tank house, in their same stupid outfits that they keep wearing over and over every year. Thing 1 and thing 2. These bitches really need new shit. They need new outfits. It's the same recycled, regurgitated trash. Year after year after year. Okay? And that's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure it's Jaden, yeah. I'm 100% sure it's Jaden. She is now a senior, if I remember correctly. She would be a senior now because she was originally Kaylee's little when Kaylee was a senior. Right? So now she'd be senior. If I remember correctly. Okay? I'm almost 1,000,000%. I'm like that 99.99999% sure. The post that I saw, it was congratulating Jaden on her new little, and the little I thought was Kaylee. The girl looks so much like her in the photo, but it's not. It's not. It's not Kaylee. And to whoever you are, you beautiful, beautiful girl, don't sell your soul to this coven of fucking witches. Get out while you can. Get out while you can. So anyways, that's all that I really have to say about that, friends. You know, I've been marinating on this for a little while now. It's been bugging me and bugging me and bugging me. And I decided, you know what? It's time we talk about it. It's time we talk about the fact that your sons and your daughters are literally being trafficked, abused, mind controlled, ritually abused by these frats and sororities. And it's happening all across the country, in every state. Okay? It's not just a one-off thing. This is happening everywhere. Literally everywhere. I put so many links in the description of this live for anybody who wants to do the research on their own, for anybody who wants to go digging. There are so many links in this live for you to utilize. Okay? So feel free to take the links, do whatever you want with them, share them. This shit has got to end. You know, when you hear everybody talking about Epstein and shit, I'm sorry I haven't covered Epstein. I plan to. But the reason that I'm leery on covering Epstein, number one, is because I come from the days of where if you talked about Epstein or the Clintons or Pizzagate, you got banned off the internet. Okay? That's what happened to me. Or your family disowned you. Or your friends no longer want to be your friends. So I come from a time of Andrew Breitbart. That's where I come from. I've known about this shit for so long, since Andrew Breitbart was threatening John fucking Podesta. Okay? That's how long I've known about this. And every time we tried to talk about it, and we tried to expose it for what it was on the interwebs, you know, we were banned. That's what happened to me. I was banned everywhere I went if I tried to talk about it. Okay? So I'm glad that it's all coming to light. I did dial in for Ghislaine and for her fucking stupid trial. I dialed in on Zoom for that. I got to listen. Nelly. That's my cat. Literally trying to launch herself up the wall. Okay? She is an absolute wild animal. So, you know, I just want you guys to know eventually we are going to cover Epstein, I promise you, and Ghislaine. But when I do that, I plan to do it in a very succinct and concise way. Okay? Because there is so much shit that to try to even anybody talking about covering the Epstein files, like, I don't know what they're talking about. There's over 3 million documents that were just released, never mind what's come out prior. I don't know how you think you're going to cover 3 million documents coherently and succinctly. But it's a difficult task. You can only do it one by one. Some of it you can't cover. YouTube will literally ban your shit if you try to talk about it or show it. It's not like I can come up and show the videos and the photos because you can't. Some of them you can and some of them you can't. So I just want everybody to, understand. I come from the days of literally Andrew Breitbart, WikiLeaks, way back when. Way back when Andrew Breitbart was going on camera threatening John Podesta before he was killed, okay? That's where I come from. We've been talking about this shit for a long time. And it's what got our families hating us, it's what got our friends hating us, and it's what got us banned off social media. So, I just want you to know that I'm not talking about it because I don't care. It's because I spent so long talking about it, trying to ring the alarm on it, and was told I was a crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, that now I'm just sitting back like the witch cackling bitch I am, and, cackling the fuck away, and pointing and laughing at every single person who called me a conspiracy theorist and told me I was fucking nuts. Who's fucking nuts now, asshole? Know what I mean? Guess I wasn't so fucking nuts after all, huh? Right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm just basking in the, you can throw another penny in the Annie was fucking right jar. Okay? That's what I'm telling all of the people from a decade ago. Family and friends who told me I was crazy. I'm a crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. It's not true. Oh, well. Oopsie. Sometimes, right? Maybe your crazy conspiracy theorist friend isn't so wrong after all. You guys have no idea the amount of intuitive hits I get on shit daily. It is what it is. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what you call it. Intuition, gut feeling, fucking premonition. At this point, I don't care what you call it, and I don't care if you call me crazy. I know what I know, and I don't need no motherfuckers to validate me. Know what I'm saying? I don't need the validation. I just know it. It's just there's things that you just inherently know, and you either know or you fucking don't. And I know. And I know that I know what I know, which is why I don't need the validation. So anyways, mothers, fathers, friends, guardians, okay, whoever you are out there, please, if you have college-age kids, if they're getting ready to go off to college, maybe next year, they're about to graduate high school, please, whichever way you feel most comfortable talking to them about this, mentioning it to them, sharing it with them, and educating them about it. Please do not send your kids off to these colleges and cut these places, these checks, without telling your kids first how to fucking protect themselves from these cults known as fucking sorority Greek life and fraternity Greek life on these campuses. They are evil cults. Not all of them. Not all of them. I'm not blasting them all, okay? But I will say, the big ones, the top dogs, the alphas, those are the ones you need to be watching, especially, okay? And please, educate your kids on this shit, because it really can happen to anybody. They're taking your money, and they're literally abusing, mentally, physically, and emotionally, your kids as they take your money, forcing them to do explicit sex acts, exploiting them for their money, blackmailing them, extorting them, recording them while they do the embarrassing, humiliating thing. They record it so that they can use it against you later and blackmail you. Or if maybe you want to get out, or you think you're going to go tell your parents, or you think you're going to go snitch, they're going to send those embarrassing videos to your employer, to your parents. You remember Steve talking about how, he always thought the worst thing that could happen when you send your kid off to college is that maybe you get this embarrassing video of them doing something embarrassing sent to you at your work. Didn't he say something like that? The worst thing that you think is going to happen is maybe somebody's going to send you a video at your work of your kid doing something embarrassing. Exactly, Lucy. Don't make me do it. Right, don't make me do it. Don't make me be alpha. Well, it is what it is. I'm being alpha. And I'm saying, get your fucking kids out of these places. Cancel the checks. I don't give a shit. We need full-scale, countrywide investigations. Shut them all down. Never going to happen, I know, because most of these high-ranking sorority members, alumni, right? The high-ranking ones, the alumni, they're your doctors, your lawyers, your judges, your teachers, your principals. That's who they all are. Unfortunately. So this is why they'll never be shut down. Because they have been able to create such a stronghold across the country for so long. And it's so deep, it's like a fucking octopus with all of its tentacles. Okay? Everywhere. That's all it is. It's one big fucking octopus. And I don't know how you handle that, but there's got to be a way. And the only way, I think, is by raising kids who are strong enough and intelligent enough and confident enough to know that they never, ever have to allow themselves to be abused and fucking humiliated by people to make friends, or to get a good job, or to have a successful career. It's the only thing that we can do, is just teach our kids that they never, ever, ever have to be fucking subjected to this shit, ever. And if you are a kid who's going through this right now, if this is happening to you, and you don't know who to talk to, and you don't know who to tell, I'm telling you, you gotta call the crisis hotline. You gotta call someone. Find someone you trust, someone in your community who is not a member of a sorority, who is not a member of a fraternity, who doesn't have a code of fucking silence they need to abide by. Find someone, however you need to do it, and get yourself out of this shit, okay? Please, I'm begging you, for your own safety and for everybody else's. This is literally my PSA. It's my PSA. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. You guys already know. Them Sigma Chi boys are going to come fucking running their mouths in the comments after. Right? All these alpha phi girls and, all these sorority chicks, they're going to run their mouths. And I really don't care. I really don't care anymore, right? Because I know what you had to do in secret. I know what you had to do in secret. You know what you had to do in secret. And you know that this is why they can extort you and blackmail you for the rest of your fucking life. Because of what you did in secret. I didn't do any of that in secret, so I have no skeletons in my closet when it comes to that, right? So I don't care if any of these bitches come for me. I didn't sell my fucking soul like they did. You best believe that's what they have to do. They have to sell their soul, okay? Protect your kids. Protect your kids, friends. Okay? I love you all. Mods, thank you. Appreciate you. Everyone, I hope you have a great night. And don't forget, the links to everything are in the description of this live. Share far and wide. It is time that no matter what we do, we just need to make sure that this stops. And if it isn't going to be the Justice Department, if it isn't going to be the FBI, if it isn't going to be law enforcement stopping this shit, the only way you can stop it then, I guess, is to cut the fucking head off the snake. And make it so that the snake can't thrive. Pull your kids out of this shit. Don't cut the checks. Don't sign the checks. Don't give them your money. And don't let them recruit your kids. And eventually, they'll starve, right? You gotta starve them. Starve them and suffocate them. And the way you do that is by not giving them the money. Don't give them the pledges. That's all I can say about that. I don't know. I feel bad for you if you're a kid allowing this to be done to you. I hope you know you're worth more. And you do not ever have to let someone fucking do this to you. To be special, or to be important, or to be loved, or to have friends. These aren't your fucking friends. Get away from them. Okay? Hope you guys have a great night. Take care, everybody. Bye.